This is my new channel, the Unique Tarot 33. Um, this is the first reading for this channel, and my intent in this channel is to help other people grow and learn and move past the blockages and the roadblocks and the obstacles and their own creations that are keeping them stuck to move forward in your life. Um, I want to help people to live with peace and love and understanding, and the only way I know how to do that and pass on the messages is through these cards. Um, you can also find me, like, if any of these readings, if they resonate with you and you want a personal reading, um, I'm on Fiverr. I'm in the process of setting up my own personal website. You can email me. Um, I'll put all that in the description box. I'm also starting up an Instagram and Twitter, and I post to Facebook as well. So basically, I'm just starting out with something new, trying to offer my knowledge and help wherever I can. So find me on one of these social platforms. Check out my stuff. Um, I have other videos on my other channel, the Happy Hippie Tarot. It's kind of a chaotic mess. I didn't know what I was doing when I started that one. So I'll put a link to all this in the description. This is a pick a card reading, and we have two piles for me to choose from. The first pile is the number 10 card, the Wheel of Fortune, from the Dragon Tarot deck, and the second pile is the Eight of Swords with the Steampunk Tarot deck. And we're doing the reading on what from your past is coming up to be healed that you didn't see until now, and what are you learning from this, and then how can you use this for your highest good. Okay, start over. This is the reading for those of you who chose pile number 1 with the Dragon Tarot and the Temperance card. um, there's your Temperance card right there, and the card next to it is from my deck, the Oracle of the Micro Patterns, and it's the final card in this reading. Okay, so we have what what's being brought up to be from your past to be healed that you were unaware of until now. Um, and it looks like with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's like you feel out of control, like everything's going wrong and the universe is out to get you. Um, you have no control over any of it, and it's it it putting you in the victim stance. When you look at it right there with the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Swords, and the Four of Cups all together right there, it shows me that you are going within and letting your own thinking tell you, you're a victim in this situation, and you're victim to your circumstance, and all you can see is what's going wrong, and you can't see, basically you can't see the forest for the trees. You can't see how things could could be any worse, really. um this is causing hardship for you, and you're overthinking and stuck in your own head, and it's completely keeping you in in a state of fear, in a state of victim, and out of balance. This is affecting your security, your sense of who you are, and your ability to interact with other people. um you see how your life is nothing but a never-ending battle with the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords. All these cards together, they show me that whenever you fall into a string of bad luck or hardship or trouble, it you go up into your head, and it causes anxiety and um lack of balance. You can't focus, you can't keep your finances together, you can't keep your security, you don't feel like there's a foundation. Everything's upside down. Everything's a battle. It's all an uphill battle. You're never going to catch a break. And that's just the way it's going to be. It brought you to the point of wanting to give up so many times that you're getting tired. You're ready to give up, you know? Um, and it feels to you like it's been like this your whole life. You know, I can see, like with this one, it shows the this dragon, and she's got three little dragons, and they're on this island all by themselves. And she it, she's got so many responsibilities and no help. She can't see any way out. It's up to her to make sure her kids are okay and cared for, and her responsibilities are taken care of. But it just doesn't even feel like you have enough. Even to use the phrase my mom used to use, even borrowing from Peter to pay Paul isn't cutting it anymore. You're on the verge of just giving up and not trying anymore. Um, and in the lesson here, what the healing part, it keeps coming up like this, so that you learn to balance it out. Everything is a duality. You know, the healing is in discovering the duality. You know, realize that you're protected, and the universe isn't out to get you. It's out to help you. You know, you need to change the way you look at it. See, this chick right here, this dragon right here in the Eight of Swords. Um, I called it a female dragon because in the rider deck, it's a woman that's bound, and surrounded by swords. But the thing is their hands aren't even tied together. The only thing is, it looks like this dragon right here is tying his own blindfold on. You know, this is a self-imposed prison of your own thinking. It's this is a way of teaching you to see things different, to think things different. You know, the lessons that are you're learning from this is your mistakes happen, things happen, so you can learn from them, not happen to you but for you. I've heard that so many times lately, and I get it. Um, but understand that just because things are going wrong doesn't mean that anything's out to get you. What it is a chance for you to learn. It's you're learning how to live and see the positive in the situation no matter what. How to how to change your thought process so that you're not always in the victim stance. And then it's like this, forgiving other people for the hurts or the wrongs that they've done. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made. This card says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. The goal here, the lesson here, is to get out of your head and quit thinking like a victim. you know Realize that you made mistakes, and it happens to everybody. You're normal. Forgive yourself and move forward. Live in a seeing things positive, live in the energy of positivity and love. And the final card in this reading is my from my favorite deck. It's the Oracle of the Micro Patterns, and I was gonna read out of the book for this one. This is number 11 because this is a very it's a very good deck, and the book is just beautiful. And I wanted you to hear what it said. It says, so just bear with me because I'm gonna be reading some of this right here. It says, the voice of things you don't want to be reminded of, things hidden away to be dealt with later, the thing that brings up uncomfortable feelings. It's merely telling you your navigation was off in the past. Are you a long way down that road? Do you go back? Do you even know where that was, where it started, what happened? It's never too late to start new goals, yet you will have to have the energy to go through the process of ethically removing yourself from the present situation. How can you have enthusiasm to go forward if it feels wrong? See, that's how you're going to have to work with this energy. Once the healing is complete, integrate that into you. You know, how do you go forward when everything looks like it's going wrong? How do I back out of this and realize that, this wasn't for me to punish me. This is so I can learn. It says choosing to carry out a commitment of ethics versus being victimized by it makes all the difference when it comes to the energy of your situation. If you can ethically choose to change paths, then your past effort is not in vain. Nothing is a waste of time. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you're always gaining information and learning. Only 3D, only the 3D reflects the loss of an idea. This has been the environment for expansion, regardless of what is manifested. So this is all about learning to to worry about the what you're thinking, or not worry, but quit worrying and watch the way you're thinking about how things happen. Um, it says, and also there's just one more point in this book I wanted to bring up. It says it's someone else needing you to fulfill a destination and not accepting the differences when it is exactly what they need. Things can only be exactly what they are. There is beauty in the originality of this combination. Are others getting to the same goal from completely different points? So change your way you're thinking. You know, look around, notice what other people are actually doing. See see the good in this situation. There are many ways into the cavern, many paths up the mountain. An inspired idea, the excitement of similar ideas, or a location that has this correct environment for the dream. Finding the like minded and getting lost in it. Getting lost in a book or an affair, or and then realizing you lost time and forgot really where you are. Realizing that it is actually okay now from this state of bliss, you can see things new. It's so it's okay to relax. It's okay to enjoy yourself. It's okay to forgive yourself and move forward. It's okay to forgive others and move forward. Letting go of this thought that it's always going to be an uphill battle is only going to help you to be able to see what you missed along the way and to start enjoying your life. You know, watch what you're telling yourself, watch what you're letting other people tell you. Try thinking about it differently. Forgive yourself, forgive other people, and forgive the universe because they're not out to get you. This is for your own good. This is for your protection. This is to help you achieve the balance you need so you can finally enjoy things. All right, thank you. Hi, so this is the reading for those of you who chose the um, pile two, the Eight of Swords, and the Steampunk Tarot. We're going to be covering with the tarot cards. We're going to be asking what's coming up to be healed from your past that you didn't see till now, and then with the fairy oracle cards, we'll be asking what are you learning from this situation, and then with the Celtic Tree oracle card, it it's just how can I use this new knowledge for my highest good. So what I see with the what's coming up from your past to be healed, it has to do with the way that you talk to yourself, your self talk. Um, so we have the Eight of Swords, which was the back of the deck energy, and that talks about self-imposed prisoner of your own thinking. Um, if you notice, this girl's hands aren't even tied up. She's she's not stuck there, but she is choosing to be blindfolded underneath those swords. Um, but like I said, this is a choice. This is something she's telling herself, and I think that this has to do with um feeling like you're the only one that can and that that cares to keep you safe. Um, your thoughts and ideas. You're telling yourself you're all alone. That you don't need help. That you can do this on your own. See, the Ace of Swords is usually about new ideas and protection. But if you look at this sword or this card, the sword is in the basement all by itself with the crown around it, like somebody's put it away. You know, there's no protection coming from in outside forces because it's locked away. It's not available for you, and this has changed how you feel about things and makes you feel alone and like excuse me, sorry, like you don't need anybody, like or sorry, that you do need somebody, that you're not whole, you're not complete without another person. You feel out of control, you have no say so in anything. It's like only you can handle it, but you feel so out of control and that you can't see anything coming in for you. um you're so busy hiding your fears and hiding your loneliness and trying to be strong on your own that you're not seeing the opportunities that are given to you and that are being put before you so that you can grow and be strong and stand in your own authority. you know um accept the help that's offered, learn from those who are been there before us. You're keeping yourself from doing these things by the things that you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself that um, nobody can tell you what to do, and you have to go at this alone, and um, nobody's there to protect you. Um, it's almost like you've been abandoned. You're just left to deal with things on your own, and what you want is this partnership that's going to make you feel not so alone. Um, but as long as you're not taking your power and standing in your own power and taking control of your own life and your own opportunities and seizing what's coming for you, you're never going to achieve this sense of unity, a sense of connectedness. You're not going to see the opportunities and gifts that are being given to you materially, spiritually. You're just going to keep yourself bound under all these pressures and responsibilities, you know, um, feeling like out of control and like you're not even the boss of your own life. And that's not that's not productive thinking. It's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you as a self imposed prisoner of your own mind, you know, and you can't move forward until you change the way you talk to yourself and you see things for the blessings that they are instead of an attempt to try and control you or tell you what to do or harm you in any way. You aren't alone. There is protection out there for you. As far as what you're learning from this situation, it's we have magical blessings. It says whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. So this is about learning to step outside yourself and see that the people in your lives are blessings, but that you can help them just as much as they can help you. You just got to change things in the way you see things and then helping others so that they don't feel that way like you did. Um, you're not alone and unprotected. See the good in life. There's blessings all around you. Um, wish wisely, it says. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Instead of sitting there saying, "Oh, I wish things weren't so miserable," or "Oh, I'm so miserable." Remember that you're the creator of your own life and your own reality, and you can change that. You change the way you think, you change the way you see things, and it's going to change your reality. And everything that you put out there is a wish, a manifestation. So why not wish wisely and change what you're putting out there to better reflect what you have within you? And then it says wisdom. Um, another lesson you're learning is that you're smart enough to do this. It says, have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. See, you know inside you how to do this. Yes, we all know that we can handle being miserable, but very few of us, me included, because I'm going through the same things lately. Um, we very rarely see where we're strong, where our blessings are, that we can change things just if we think about it. We can help others and bring ourselves out of that thought process and then in turn help ourselves, you know, um, but not to the point where it's going to tie you up and restrain you. You know, don't tie yourself to any one situation that's keeping you stuck, especially not if it's keeping you stuck within your own mind. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book for this final card about how you can integrate this into your daily life and use it for your highest good. And from the Celtic Tree Oracle, see, here's the book for that. You've got the number 8, I hope I say this right, the Tyne Holly. This is a really, really, really good deck. It was given to me. Um, but I'm going to put all the names of the decks that I use in the description box after I'm done editing all this stuff. But I'm going to read a little bit from the book. Um, so the key words for this card are justice, protection, fighting strength, assertion and action, direction and purpose, balance, relationship, father and paternity. That's funny because the emperor is the father figure, right? And there's your relationships and there's your protection, you know. Um Sometimes it really gets to me how accurate these cards get and how they blend together so well. But the message of this card is, I'm going to read this straight from the book. I am the sturdy Tyne Holly, and where I go, you can expect my protection. If you find yourself in need of safety, imagine my shiny, sharp leaves. In your mind, grow a hedge of my trees around you. Allow me to protect and guard you. And if you feel dispirited, imagine my bright red berries and evergreen leaves that promise life even in the dead of winter. I am a tree that promises renewals. I am here to remind you that this too shall pass. I also represent wholeness. In the Egyptian temple at Kom Ombo, there is a seat placed at the building's very center. On one side of the temple is dedicated to Horus, the god of light, the other dedicated to Sobek, the god of chaos. But from that center seat, the seat of neutrality, you can begin to understand wholeness, which allows you to move through situations with less judgment and attachment. If you're placing your attention on the darkness in your life, return your mind to neutral. Breathe in unity, breathe in wholeness. See, it's what it's telling you, how you integrate this. Is if you find yourself in a situation where you're feeling alone and unprotected and like you have to be strong and 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 like nobody's there to support you, then shift your thinking and try and see things, see the blessings in your life, see where you make your decisions and your choices for yourself, and use your inner wisdom to move past this and to tell yourself that this too shall pass. Nothing is permanent, and we live in a duality, the positive and the negative. Nothing is permanent. Life is change. Um, it's just the way we are. It's the way we're built. No growth happens without pain, and that's what we're here for. We're here to grow and learn. You know, um, by choosing to go in and look at this, you're changing your own life, your own future, and it can only get better from here. Um, Sorry if this seemed kind of like a gruff lecture, almost. It's just what I see and what's coming through. Um, it'll get better. This too shall pass. Just change the way you see things, and you'll start to see things differently. Thank you.